dreaming of a trip to Japan, but the thought of planning it all feels completely overwhelming? Are you worried about navigating a new culture and making some kind of embarrassing mistake? I've absolutely been there. My first trip was this wild mix of pure wonder and utter confusion. I booked the wrong train, fumbled with my cash, and definitely stood on the wrong side of the escalator more than once. But after many trips back, I've finally cracked the code. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I share tons of real, practical travel tips and guides, so you'll never have to learn the hard way like I did. In this guide, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps to plan the perfect Japan holiday, from picking the best season to visit to confidently navigating those unique social rules. We're going to break down everything you actually need to know, so you can stop stressing and start getting excited. By the end of this, you'll have a clear roadmap for an incredible adventure, minus the headache. Let's get started. Before you even think about booking a flight or packing a bag, we have to lay the groundwork. Getting these first few decisions right will shape your entire trip and save you from some major headaches down the road. Tip 1. When to go. Decoding Japan's seasons. Your first big decision is when to visit. Japan is a country of 4 distinct, beautiful seasons, and each one offers a completely different experience, with its own pros and cons. Spring, from March to May, is without a doubt the most famous time to visit. This is cherry blossom season. Imagine walking through parks and along rivers blanketed in pale pink petals. It's truly magical. The weather is mild and pleasant, perfect for exploring cities and temples. But this is also peak season. That means bigger crowds and higher prices for flights and hotels, especially from late March to early April. You have to book everything months, and I mean months, in advance. Next up is autumn, from September to November. This is my personal favorite. The scorching summer heat gives way to crisp, comfortable air, and the country just explodes in a riot of red, orange, and yellow leaves. This is called koyo, or autumn leaf viewing, and it's every bit as breathtaking as the cherry blossoms, but often with slightly fewer crowds. Places like Kyoto and Nikko are especially stunning during this time. Then we have summer, from June to August. Let's be direct, it is hot and incredibly humid, especially in big cities like Tokyo and Kyoto. The rainy season also hits in June and early July. But it's not all bad. Summer is festival season. You'll find incredible local matsuri with fireworks, amazing street food, and traditional parades. If you can handle the heat, or if you plan to escape to the cooler climates of Hokkaido or the Japanese Alps, summer can be a vibrant and exciting time to visit. Finally, there's winter, from December to February. If you love snow sports, this is your season. Hokkaido and the Japanese Alps offer some of the best powder skiing and snowboarding in the world. In the cities, it's cold but generally sunny, and you get to experience a different side of Japan. The crowds are much smaller, you can enjoy beautiful winter illuminations, and there is nothing better than warming up in a steaming hot spring, or onsen, after a day of exploring. Tip 2. How long do you really need? This is a question I get all the time. Honestly? As long as you can manage. But realistically, for a first-time visitor, I'd recommend a minimum of 10 days. This gives you enough time to see the highlights without feeling like you're in a constant state of transit. A 7-day trip is possible, but it will be a whirlwind. You'd probably focus on the classic Golden Route, a few days in Tokyo for the modern buzz, a couple in Kyoto for traditional temples and geisha districts, and maybe a day trip to Nara to see the deer. It's doable, but you will be moving fast. A 10-day itinerary gives you much more breathing room. You can comfortably explore Tokyo for 2 to 3 days, head to Hakone for a night to see Mount Fuji and relax in an onsen, spend 3 days soaking up the culture in Kyoto, and maybe finish with a day or 2 in Osaka for its incredible food scene. If you're lucky enough to have 14 days or more, you can truly start to explore the country's depth. You could add destinations like Hiroshima to learn about its poignant history, Kanazawa for its beautifully preserved samurai districts, or the alpine town of Takayama. A longer trip lets you get off the beaten path and see a side of Japan that most tourists miss. Tip 3. Building your dream itinerary. Once you know when and for how long you're going, it's time for the fun part, deciding where to go. The Tokyo-Kyoto-Osaka route is popular for a reason, it's fantastic. But don't feel locked into it. Think about what you want from this trip. Are you a foodie? Spend more time in Osaka, famously known as Japan's kitchen. Are you an art lover? Add the art island of Naoshima to your list, which opened a brand new museum in the spring of 2025. Are you a history buff? Kanazawa and Takayama are must-sees. A nature lover? Consider the Japan Alps or the northern island of Hokkaido. My best advice is to pick 2 or 3 main base cities and plan day trips from there. This cuts down on the time you spend checking in and out of hotels and dragging luggage around. For example, from Tokyo, you can easily do day trips to see the shrines of Nikko or the Great Buddha of Kamakura. From Kyoto, you can visit Nara in just half a day. This approach gives you both focus and flexibility. Okay, you've got a plan. Now it's time to make it real. This is the phase where you lock in your major bookings, and getting this right is all about timing and understanding one of the most debated topics in Japan travel. Tip 4. Flights and accommodation. The golden rule. Here's the golden rule, and it's simple. Book as far in advance as you possibly can. I can't stress this enough, especially if you're traveling during the peak seasons of spring and autumn. Popular hotels in Kyoto can be fully booked 6 to 8 months out for cherry blossom season. Flights will also be significantly cheaper the earlier you book. When it comes to where to stay, Japan offers a fantastic range of options. For part of your trip, you should absolutely consider staying in a ryokan, a traditional Japanese inn. It's a full cultural experience where you'll sleep on tatami mat floors, wear a yukata, a casual kimono, and enjoy an elaborate multi-course dinner called kaiseki. For the rest of your trip, you'll find everything from luxury Western-style hotels to budget-friendly business hotels, which are clean, efficient, and perfectly located. For a unique experience, you could even try a capsule hotel for a night. They're surprisingly comfortable and make for a great story back home. Tip 5. The Japan Rail Pass. Is it actually worth it anymore? This is the big one. For years, the Japan Rail Pass, or Junior Pass, was a no-brainer. It offered unlimited travel on the vast JR network, including the famous Shinkansen bullet trains. But in late 2023, the prices increased dramatically. We're talking a nearly 70% hike. So, the big question is, do you still need it in 2025? The answer is now. It depends entirely on your itinerary. The pass is no longer a default money saver. You have to do the math. The 7-day pass now costs 50,000 yen. A one-way Shinkansen ticket from Tokyo to Kyoto is about 14,000 yen. This means you need to be doing at least 3 or 4 long-distance trips within that 7-day period to even begin to break even. So, when is it worth it? If you have a packed, long-distance itinerary. For example, if within 7 days you plan to go from Tokyo to Kyoto, then to Hiroshima, and then back to Tokyo, the pass will likely save you money. You're covering a massive amount of ground in a short time. When is it not worth it? If you're spending most of your time in 1 or 2 cities with only one major Shinkansen journey. For a simple Tokyo to Kyoto round trip, it's now much cheaper to just buy individual tickets. Also, remember the pass doesn't cover city subway systems, which you'll use constantly in places like Tokyo. One positive change is that the pass now lets you ride the fastest Nozomi and Mizuho trains, which were previously excluded, but you have to pay a hefty supplemental fee for each trip, which complicates the value even more. My best advice, use an online Junior Pass calculator. Plug in your exact itinerary, and it will tell you if the pass is cheaper than buying individual tickets. Don't just buy it out of habit. Tip 6. Essential documents and insurance. This is the boring but critical part. First, check your passport. It must be valid for your entire stay in Japan. Next, check the visa requirements for your nationality. Many countries have a visa waiver agreement with Japan for tourist stays up to 90 days, but you absolutely must confirm this for yourself. Finally, get travel insurance. This is non-negotiable. Japan's healthcare system is excellent, but it isn't free. A simple medical issue could become incredibly expensive without coverage. I strongly recommend a policy that covers medical evacuation. It's a small price for huge peace of mind. You've planned, you've booked, and you've finally landed in Japan. Now what? This is where the real adventure begins. Here's how to handle the day-to-day logistics without the stress. Tip 7. Money, money, money. Cash is still king. Despite its futuristic image, Japan is still very much a cash-based society, especially outside of major hotels and department stores. Many smaller restaurants, shops, and market stalls will only take cash. Always have a good amount of Japanese yen on you. You can easily withdraw cash from ATMs at 7-Eleven convenience stores or post offices. They're everywhere and very foreigner-friendly. Don't rely solely on your credit card. That said, For larger purchases, your card will be fine. When you do pay with cash, you'll notice a small tray on the counter. It's a small but important custom to place your money on the tray rather than handing it directly to the cashier. They'll do the same when giving you change. For daily transport, get an IC card like a Suica or Pasmo. After a brief halt, sales of the tourist-only physical cards, like the welcome Suica and Pasmo passport, have resumed. This is fantastic news, but a quick heads up, availability can sometimes be limited at certain locations due to the ongoing semiconductor shortage. It's a good idea to check your arrival airport's website for the latest info, and consider setting up a mobile IC card on your phone as a backup if you can. This rechargeable tap-and-go card works on pretty much all trains, subways, and buses, and you can even use it at convenience stores and vending machines. It is the single most convenient item you will have in Japan. Tip 8. Staying connected, your digital lifeline. Unless you're fluent in Japanese and can read complex kanji, having internet access on your phone is essential for navigating Japan. Google Maps will be your lifesaver for figuring out the labyrinthine train systems. For this, you have two main options, a pocket Wi-Fi device or a tourist SIM card /eSIM. Pocket Wi-Fi is a small, portable router you can rent for your trip. You can connect multiple devices to it, which is great for groups or families. You can pick it up right at the airport when you arrive and drop it off in a prepaid envelope before you fly home. A SIM card or eSIM is the other option, giving your phone a Japanese data plan. It's perfect for solo travelers or if you just don't want to carry an extra device. Whichever you choose, try to arrange it before you leave home so you're connected the moment you land. Tip 9. Mastering the transit system. Without crying, Japan's public transport is a marvel of efficiency and punctuality, but it can look incredibly intimidating at first. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. Your IC card and Google Maps are your best friends here. Google Maps will tell you the exact train line, platform number, departure time, and cost. It's almost foolproof. The key thing to understand in big cities like Tokyo is the difference between JR lines, which often loop around the city, like the famous Yamanote line, and the separate city subway systems, like the Tokyo Metro. Your IC card works on all of them, but your junior pass, if you have one, only works on the JR lines. A little bit of etiquette. When on escalators, the rule in Tokyo is to stand on the left and let people pass on the right. In Osaka, for some reason, it's the opposite. When in doubt, just watch what the locals are doing and follow their lead. Tip 10. Packing smart. Less is more. You will be doing a lot of walking, so comfortable shoes are the single most important thing you can pack. Seriously. Pack layers, since the weather can change throughout the day. And be sure to leave some extra space in your luggage, because you will buy souvenirs. If you're moving between cities, take advantage of Japan's brilliant coin lockers, which you can find in every train station. You can stash your bags for the day and explore unencumbered. For longer transfers, consider using a luggage forwarding service, or Takuiban. You can send your large suitcase from one hotel to the next for a reasonable fee, and it will be waiting for you when you arrive. It feels like magic and lets you travel on the Shinkansen with just a small day pack. If you're finding this guide helpful, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. I've got tons more in-depth Japan travel tips and destination videos coming your way, and subscribing ensures you never miss out. Plus, it really supports the channel. Thank you. Now, let's jump into the part I know a lot of you are curious about, the cultural rules. One of the biggest anxieties for first-time visitors is accidentally being disrespectful. The truth is, Japanese people are incredibly polite and forgiving of tourists. But making a small effort to understand their customs goes a long way and will make your interactions that much smoother and more rewarding. Tip 11. The art of bowing, and other greetings. You'll see bowing everywhere. It's a fundamental part of Japanese culture used for everything from greetings to apologies. As a tourist, you are not expected to be an expert. A simple nod of the head when you say arigato, thank you, or sumimasen, excuse me/sorry, is a perfectly polite and appreciated gesture. You'll notice store clerks bowing to you. A simple nod back is a great way to show respect. Tip 12. Shoe etiquette. The great indoors. This is a big one. You must always remove your shoes when entering someone's home, a traditional ryokan, a temple, and even some restaurants and shops. You'll almost always see a small step up, called a genkan, which signals the transition from outside to inside. Step out of your shoes and onto the raised interior level. Never step on the wooden floor or tatami mat with your outside shoes on. Often, you'll be given indoor slippers. Wear them. If you then need to use the restroom, you'll likely find another set of dedicated toilet slippers just inside the bathroom door. Switch into those, and just remember to switch back into the house slippers when you leave the restroom. It seems complicated, but you'll get the hang of it quickly. Tip 13. Eating in amp dining. Decoded Japanese dining etiquette has a few key rules. When it comes to chopsticks, the most important rule is to never, ever stick them upright in your bowl of rice. This resembles a funeral rite and is considered a major faux pas. Also, try not to pass food directly from your chopsticks to someone else's. If you're sharing from a communal dish, it's best to use the opposite, thicker end of your chopsticks to take the food. It's considered polite to slurp your noodles, like ramen or soba. It shows you're enjoying the meal and also helps cool the hot noodles down. One of the biggest differences from Western culture is that there is absolutely no tipping in Japan. It's not customary, and a tip will often be politely refused. The price on the bill is all you need to pay. Tip 14. Onsen, hot spring. 101. Visiting an onsen is a quintessential Japanese experience, but it can be intimidating for first-timers. Here's a simple breakdown. First, onsen are separated by gender. You will bathe completely naked, no swimsuits allowed. In the changing room, you'll get a large bath towel and a small modesty towel. Leave the large towel in your locker. Take only the small towel with you into the bathing area. The first, mandatory step is to wash yourself thoroughly at the showering stations before you get into the bath. Once you're clean, you can enter the hot spring. The small towel should not go into the water. You can place it on your head, as many Japanese people do, or on a rock beside the bath. Then, just relax and enjoy. Be aware that many onsen have rules against visible tattoos, so if you have them, it's best to check the policy of a specific onsen in advance or look for tattoo-friendly options. Tip 15. Public etiquette. The unspoken rules. Japanese society really values harmony and consideration for others. This is most apparent in public spaces. On trains and subways, it's considered rude to speak loudly or talk on your phone. Keep conversations quiet and set your phone to silent. Eating and drinking while walking down the street is generally frowned upon. If you buy street food or a drink from a vending machine, the custom is to stand to the side and finish it before you continue walking. You'll also notice a surprising lack of public trash cans. Be prepared to carry your trash with you until you find a bin, which are usually located inside convenience stores or at train stations. Finally, always queue. People in Japan queue politely for everything: trains, buses, restaurants, elevators. Just find the end of the line and wait your turn. Tip 16. Photography and respect. Japan is incredibly photogenic, but always remember to be a respectful photographer. Avoid taking close-up photos of people's faces without their permission. This is especially true in quiet, contemplative places like temples and shrines, or in geisha districts like Gion and Kyoto, where there are now strict rules against photographing the geiko and maiko. If you see a no photography sign, please obey it. A little awareness ensures that your memories don't come at the expense of someone else's privacy. Planning a trip to Japan can feel like a huge task, but it really doesn't have to be. By breaking it down into these manageable steps, choosing your season, building a realistic itinerary, booking smart, and understanding the basic cultural rules, you take all the stress out of the process. You're not just planning a vacation, you're setting yourself up for an incredible experience. The key is to plan ahead but also to leave room for spontaneity. Embrace the small details, be respectful of the culture, and don't be afraid to get a little lost. Japan is safe, welcoming, and endlessly fascinating. You are now equipped with everything you need to navigate it with confidence and ease. And if you want personalized help planning your dream Japan trip, or any global adventure, head over to Waka. Our expert travel consultants can help you find the best flights, hotels, and custom itineraries, so all you have to do is pack your bags and enjoy the journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you found this video helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and happy travels.